do you actually figure out what customers are willing to pay for before you like have a product to show them? It's a question I get. It's a question I get a lot, and one of the reasons, is because I really advocate to do as much research and to force the conversation on pricing long before you invest too much money in software development and product development. So here's how we start to have this conversation. Presumably you've been doing customer interviews, you've been honing in on the type of customer that experiences this problem, has a lot of pain. To talk about that pain, we want to know how much money have they lost because of this problem, and how much money have they spent trying different solutions. If they haven't really lost that much money and they really haven't spent any money trying out different solutions, there's two reasons. Either one, they don't feel the pain of this problem so much that they care to solve it, which two means that they're not your early evangelist. And possibly, if you're struggling to find an early evangelist for this problem, no one feels it's that painful that they would spend money to solve it. It's possible they also have other problems that they would like to solve first that they're saving their money to solve. And I know I have another video, and I'll try to link it in a card and in the description, just about gauging interest versus actually getting paid for something. And also understanding that just because a problem exists doesn't mean it's so painful I will spend money to solve it. Okay, so first and foremost is understanding from your one-on-one interviews how much pain, how much this problem has cost them, and how much money they've spent trying to solve this problem. We can also then ask that in user surveys, which I recommend doing after you do a bunch of interviews. And again, asking how painful do you perceive this problem, and then how much have you spent in the past to try to solve this problem? What other products have you purchased? What other apps have you used? Now, the third thing that I would also add, and maybe it's in this survey or the next survey when you start to offer some of your solutions, when I come up with solutions, I brainstorm them, and we could pick the top 5, and then I ask customers in an interview to rank those 5, and then I say, for the one that you ranked the highest, how much would you spend on that product? Okay, so now we start getting into a little bit of pricing sensitivity. Now there's more nuanced questions that we can get into when you start to actually have a product, but in the research phases, when we're still exploring the problem and exploring the solution, we want to, on the solution side, we can ask, how much do you think you would pay for your favorite solution? All right, so those are some ways that we can start asking about pricing and forcing the conversation earlier.